What is up, guys? This is Marcus speaking from Wave Trader Crypto, and I'm here to provide you guys once more with the newest update, price action update on BTC USD. So, let's dive into the charts. As we have spoken about in our latest videos about the current massive impulse we are experiencing right now, and like I told you guys, we have already crossed right through our daily confirmation zone, etc. And now it is a good place to look for longs. Now, that is exactly what I want to talk about, you guys. I'm not gonna make it a very long video right now. Is if we dive into the 4 hourly or even the 1 hourly, to me, to read this current impulse is this is the first wave, first impulse up correction, and then a massive wave 3. Once more, very much the characteristics of a very bullish reversal to the upside, because wave 3 here is actually massive. And to be quite frank, it's not even sure if wave 3 has ended, but that is no problem, and I will explain you guys in a minute or two. As we can see, wave 3 is usually either 1.618 times wave 1, as we have put our Fibonacci on the first wave, and then you put the 0 on the correction, which is 2 all the way over here. And we can see that we easily surpassed 1.68, and it's now actually not very common, but it is sometimes happening because price has made such a drastic move to the upside. We can see that wave 3 has probably ended, as I predicted, or is probably going to end anywhere between these Fibonacci levels of 21618 and 3.618. So that is some good news that we can now somewhat read this impulse, so we can also predict where to look for buys, obviously. So to my prediction, we have this very small wave 3 pullback, and now wave 5 should end somewhere here. We can only know for sure if we crossed through wave 4, or then we actually know that it's wave 4, because I think, and it's quite clear because it's also visible on the 4 hourly, we have this pin bar and then a small movement to the downside and then a move upwards again. So it's a very short wave 4, and the reason why it's so short, because there's massive buy pressure. So that is a little heads up for that price action. Now, like I told you guys, we only know it's wave 4 and the ending of wave 5 as soon as we cross through here. Now, personally, for me, where I'm going to buy, and where I actually have decent sized buy orders lingering, is anywhere in this zone, which is the 0.618 Fibonacci and the 0.5, 50% Fibonacci. And you might ask me why. Well, because first of all, it's very strong Fibonacci levels, and second of all, if we go to the 4 hourly, and if we look at this massive price action going all the way over here, we can see it's very choppy movement. Every time we took a low, we took a high, then we took a high, we took a low. It just kept going. So it means there's a lot of liquidity lingering here. And the whole reason why we came here and we just opened a new candle and we just ramped right through, opened the candle above, no pin bar or anything, it just continued, means that somewhere over here, when this new candle opened, there is a very strong buy pressure. And to be fair, there's actually a very small demand zone over here, a very small one. It's actually a sell to buy wick zone, which is still very powerful, but the only thing I do not like is that it's so small. So yeah, technically price could come down over here, and then just briefly touch it, and then just go up. That's what could happen. What also could happen, it could just go a little bit through, then have a massive reversal back to the. So the reason why I'm not going to, you can't, with this sort of demand zones, you cannot get a perfect entry. So I'm going to enter anywhere in this box, so anywhere between the 50 and 61% Fibonacci. And before I'm obviously going to initiate the trade, I'm first wanting to see how the correction moves. If it's very aggressive, I'm going to be a little more careful, and I might even say, okay, you know what, change of plans. I'm going to buy as soon as we cross the high. That is also a viable option, but the only reason if I would want to do that, if I'm going to see very nasty correction characteristics, for example, a very hard push to the downside, if you're going to see a clean move up, down, down, up, down, up, down, that's a good characteristics of a correction, and then I would be very happy and glad to start buying here. So for our targets, personally, I'm going to hold it for quite some time. I'm not going to tell you guys what is the best. Obviously, there is some very, very, very promising prospect of price going to at least 40k or even beyond that. But that is up to you guys. I'm not going to tell you guys when to close your position. Technically, you could also close it as soon as we touch this high over here. That is up to you guys. Now, all we're going to do, sit on our hands. I do not suggest you buy right now. You could do it. If I could give you a suggestion, don't do it. Simply wait. Do not FOMO right now. We're almost there, guys. Simply wait for a decent sized comeback. And yes, price could it doesn't necessarily have to come here, but we work with probabilities, as I told you guys. And there's a fair size probability that price will indeed come here. And on these types of probabilities, because I told you guys we want to stack probabilities, that is where you wanna, well, risk your money on. So yeah, guys, just sit on your hands, wait for price action to finish everything it has upcoming for us, and just enjoy the show for now. And it's going to be a very promising show if we have the patience, of course. So yeah, guys, that is it. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the comment section. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. That would be a huge thing for me. And that was it for today, guys. Take care and good night.